All right, what's going on, boys and girls? So this particular video, we're going to be talking about why I don't do certain types of Linux content. I get this question quite frequently. Well, if you want your channel to grow, you should be doing X. Here's the thing. I do X that interests me. So, for example, when it comes to Linux and that kind of stuff, I don't specifically focus on Linux gaming because I'm a gamer who happens to be a Linux user, but I'm a gamer first. So that's why I say I don't give a crap about the OS underneath as long as I can play the shit that I like. And that's really the truth on that. Uh, so for me, it doesn't matter there. Another thing that I get asked to do quite frequently is distro reviews. I don't care. And 90% of and this isn't a slag on the people who review distros. In order for me personally to really review a distro, I have to use it in production for at least a month to see if I can actually incorporate that and give it a full working test in the way I would test a distro. No one cares about a distro a month after it's been out. That's just really what it boils down to. Um, and the biggest thing is for me, I just don't care. I don't find it interesting to do. Is distro hopping a thing? Yeah, but I've kind of settled down and found where what works for me, and if it doesn't work, I'll jump around a little bit just to find something that works specifically for the hardware. But I'm not gonna sit here and fire up a VM and pretend to review a distro when I'm giving an overview, which is what a lot of Linux YouTubers who do reviews on distros tend to do, and they call them reviews as opposed to overlooks and overviews and all the other kind of stuff for first looks. That's just not a sphere I'm interested in being in. Why do I do Linux news? Because, quite frankly, the Linux news cycle tends to be very distro reviews, new drama, and sometimes it's not even drama. It's just dumb reporting. People, tech journalists are like game journalists. They're not journalists. They're mostly just overglorified bloggers who happen to have a platform. Um, so for me, it's just not my thing. Uh, Linux news cycle again. It's very kind of the tech deal. I just don't care. Uh, it's very one shot. It's very on time. You have to be very on time with it, and like occasionally I'll comment on it, but that's what my channel is. My channel is Linux community commentary, Linux user commentary. Yes, I've done. I'm mostly known for reactions, but those are community based kind of deals. It's a community member reacting to others in the community, giving commentary on their problems or their successes, etc. When it comes to Linux, that to me is far more important than chasing the clicks and chasing all the other stuff. And people are like, oh, well, you should do X or Y or Z. That's not the stuff I'm interested in doing. This channel, my channel, it's always been about stuff that interests me. And if you happen to want to come along for the ride, cool. But as far as what type of Linux content you can always expect here, it's going to be stuff that at least interests me. News, distro reviews, all that kind of stuff. Again, not slagging on people who do it. I don't care. I'm more of a Linux community commentator. I'm just a dude with a microphone who happens to be a Linux user, a voice, and a camera that isn't afraid to use it. And that's the thing a lot of YouTubers and stuff don't do, especially within the Linux sphere. They like to create hyperbole and a lot of other nonsensical kind of clickbaity drama crap. And that's not a sphere I want to be in. I can name names, but I'm not going to. If you're in the Linux community YouTuber sphere of knowing people, the ones that like to create the clickbait, the OMG end of the world kind of crap when it comes to Linux. That's not ever gonna be anything I care to do because I'm more of a fact of the matter kind of person. So while I appreciate people asking why don't I do X for Linux content, this is your answer for that. Because I don't want to be every other Linux YouTuber. I just want to be and create content that I like, that I want to share, and of stuff that interests me. And if you want to come along for the ride, cool. If not, there's tons of other YouTubers.